I think we're live now, so hello. Let me just get a confirmation from my stream actually, because I'm not entirely sure whether it's worked or not. There you go, yeah, I'm live. Welcome to another stream, and it's good to see whoever's watching this, if there's anyone watching this. And today we're going to be doing some more Golang with HTMX, and as usual at the start of the stream I'm just going to make sure that I can actually be heard on the stream and the music is not like too overpowering, I guess, right? So I'm going to pause this and then just check it online here. Get a confirmation from my stream actually, because I'm not entirely sure whether it's worked or... Oh yeah, I'm live. Welcome to another stream. Okay, it seems Golang with HTMX, and as usual at the start of the stream I'm just going to make sure that I can actually be heard. Pause this and then just check it. Yeah, there you go. As usual, say hello Peter. Good to see you, man. Good to see you again. And are you still at uni today? Are you working hard, studying hard, or are you just like watching for fun now? But nonetheless, man, it's good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. The music seems to be a bit quiet, but the thing is, like, I can hear the music loudly here. So what I can do is I can probably turn it down for myself and then turn it up for you guys here. And we should be fine now. We should be okay now. So yeah, I mean, let's get started then. So in the last stream, we actually made a very simple like form handler using Golang as the backend, and HTML, simple CSS, I think it is, and HTMX on the front end, right, to do the requests. So let's get that up and running here so we can kind of discuss what we're going to do today. I think I just called it Go CMS or something. And surprisingly enough, Peter, that last stream had like 1,000 views in 2 days for some reason. Like that's the most I ever got. I have no idea why. It's just a random stream. In fact, I didn't even know what to kind of stream on the day. So the only thing I can think of is like, oh yeah, let's try a new language and the new like framework, front-end framework. And that's what I did. And for some reason, like YouTube seems to be recommending that to so many people. No idea why. Yeah, it's still doing hard things, even though I don't seem to be comfortable in a comfortable lead. Trying VS Code out, thanks to you. Yeah, dude, do try VS Code. It does help out. I mean, if you want to go hard mode, you can try Vim. Vim is actually really good. I use it on a daily basis when I'm on my Linux machine. But it's essentially just like it's what VS Code is based on. Basically, it's a very customizable IDE. Of course, you have to write like the config files yourself, and you have to like learn the commands. There's no way to work with Vim without learning the commands. But it's way more sort of like lightweight than VS Code, and that, you know, I'm just telling you what the hard mode is. The easy mode is VS Code. If you just want to like get a nice editor that's like kind of lightweight, then yeah. Really 1,000 in 2 days for some reason. You can see on the views there, but I have no idea why I did that. But yeah. Yeah, let's just run this and see what we ended up with. Last time, I think it was just a simple form handling mechanism. What's the issue here though? Oh yeah, because I had everything on the templates, I think, right? Yeah. So this is kind of like what we had at the time. It's just a very simple GPT generated HTML, which includes simple CSS, which is making it look a little bit prettier than it should be. And yeah, I mean, we got a contact form here. If I'm not mistaken, we can actually send some messages, and it does validate the email. So obviously it's going to work when we press submit there. I still have that breakpoint there. But then, you know, it theoretically sends a message. Obviously it doesn't do the emailing sending yet, because we haven't integrated any mail providers. But yeah, I mean, this is what we have. Right, so today, what do we want to do today? I kind of want to support some sort of like page generation on this. So like we can have a database with a pages table, right? And in that pages table, the user can add kind of like whatever page they want. and it would kind of like get these pages from a database and then make them available on a website, on a page, basically on a web page. So that would be a nice thing to do. And just for like the sake of explaining what my vision kind of is like I want the CMS to kind of support, you know, the main things in in the CMS really. So you can make like posts, you can make pages, you can make like a menu, a card. I guess there'll be a cards kind of thing. And then we can also have like a contact page or something like that, right? So this is the idea of it, and this is like the kind of stuff that we have to include in the database eventually, right? But it brings me to the question, like, how are we gonna store all of this? Like, which kind of database are we gonna go for? Well, let's Google. Let's see what kind of database we can use. Like, ideally, I've got a lot of experience with SQL, so it wouldn't be a bad idea. But is it the best? I don't know. There's a lot of people using NoSQL today. I don't know how well it compares. But I think we're probably just going to go for SQL today, though. Just because it's easier to think about sort of like the model of you know, posts has a table and everything in posts is essentially a post, and we can kind of work like that. And for the sake of avoiding comments in the future as well, I'm not a Golang programmer. I'm kind of very, very shit actually with Golang. I am not good at all. So this is a way for me to kind of learn Golang as I go as well. So yeah. So it seems that there is a SQL library here for Golang, which is built in. Is it built in? Seems to be built in. Generic interface around SQL-like databases. This package must be used in conjunction with data. Ah, okay. So it's not quite a fully fledged like API for SQL, for an SQL connection. You need to use an interface around this, I guess, right? So let's see what interfaces are available for this. All drivers, right? There's quite a few actually. Jesus Christ. There's a DynamoDB one. We don't want to use DynamoDB for now. We just want to go for a SQL. MariaDB would be nice, right? So that's my SQL, I guess. SQLite. I mean, Postgres is also quite popular. Let's just Google Golang MariaDB. Using Go with MariaDB and see what comes up here. I just wanted to see what kind of like drivers they're using, and it seems like they're just using the MySQL one here, so we can kind of just do a go get on this, right? I mean, is it active in development though? That's the question. That's what I like to see. Whenever I look for a library on GitHub, that's probably one of the first things I look at, actually. It's a little tip for whoever's watching. If you're going to use a library from GitHub or whatever repositories out there, just make sure it's active. Otherwise you might end up using a library that's not active at all, and you might have loads of like security issues with it and whatnot. So this one is fairly active. It was, you know, way more active back in the day, but you know, it still seems like people like contribute to this project still. So let's, you know, I don't see any problem in using this one. So let's do a go get on our. So go get, similar to cargo, cargo add is just gonna add a dependency. So we can now use the library itself here, right? So yeah. Right. First of all, what do we do here? So let's clean it up a little bit from what we had last time, because we basically just copied and pasted code, right? So let's make it so whenever we serve the root directory, we're gonna actually serve the index from the templates. So that will be the first thing we can do right here. Let me just, again, changing the volume a little bit. And essentially what we want to do is, like, you know, remove this endpoint. We don't need the ping pong one. And whenever we have something like r.get, whenever someone makes a get request to just root, we want to do a, you know, have a handler here. So index or home handler. Right, that would be nice, or something like that. Does that work like this? I don't actually know what the naming conventions are for Go, and it's quite a bit annoying. Like, if you name your function without a capital letter, then it doesn't export from the module. So if you're writing a library that's inside a module, then if you want to export a few functions, you have to name them with a capital at the start. And I find that very annoying for some reason, but you know, it is what it is. So let's define that. So we've got func home handler, and it does have to take a particular type. It has to take a gin context right here. All right, I believe so, yeah. And we're not going to return anything from it, but we can kind of just do a c.html and then serve that little index file that we've got, right? So we can do something like HTML and what am I looking for? I think this has to be the HTTP status accepted, right? 200 there. And the name of the template, which will be, I guess, will be index.html, right? We're going to serve that index.html. And this has to be the data that you're sending into it. It can just be an empty map for now, because we don't actually have any templating stuff inside the index anyway. So, but one day, eventually, we will have stuff here. So for example, you can think of this index as being like a big template page. So we would have like the link to the home page here, and that would be like a template coming in from Golang. The about page, the contact page, all of these things will be coming from the templating engine. So, but for now, let's just keep it simple. Keeping it simple is the easiest thing we can do currently. Now, I think this should work, right? I do know that you kind of have to, it seems like you kind of have to load the templates with Gin. Let's just read a little bit more about that documentation. Because on Gin, you have to load template HTML, I think. And I don't actually know how this works, but using templates file with the same name in a different directory. Let's just try the load HTML glob, so that to load it, you know, so we can load everything. So we want to load templates and everything in there. In fact, before I do anything, let's just kind of copy and paste this and comment this one out, because I kind of have this sick feeling that I will break the contact form by doing this, but yeah. Oh, sorry, what am I doing? What am I doing? Right, so this should load all the templates inside templates, right? Let's hope it does. And I also have a static, so maybe I could serve another. I can have another template here for static directories, right? For static files that I just serve as they are. So let's do that. So I can have a directory called static, and let's move some of the non-templated stuff there. So for example, you know, index would be there, but let's keep it here for now. And these files are templates, right? So we leave them as they are. But unfortunately, we still have to kind of change them here as well. So like instead of template, we have static there. And then we also have static here and static here. And I think that's all the templates. Yeah, okay. Okay. Right, so what do we have now? We've got templates. We still need to put that in there as well. And of course, in the Golang, now that we've moved the files across to a different directory and we were serving them from the templates directory, we kind of have to add that static here too, just so it works, right? And in templates, we don't have to serve them anymore. We just don't. I'm hoping that this still works in the same way. So let's just do a run for the sake of... Ooh, it doesn't work. Let's just do a run for the sake of seeing whether or not it's going to work. And what is the issue here? Read templates contact is a directory. Where does this come from though? What's the call stack? Is the call stack helpful? That's the question. Right, how did they do it here though? So they just did templates, okay. Okay, so let's just try and glob it like this instead. Oh no, it still doesn't work. It still doesn't like it. And the error that we get is actually, let's see, read template contact is a directory. Okay, yeah, so it's trying to read the contact directory as a template file. That's not quite what we want. So we kind of want this one here. So using templates with the same name in different directories, we kind of want to glob all the directories and all the files within those directories, right? We don't want to say that a directory is a template file. Let's try that one. Okay, yeah, seems to work now. Good. So the thing is, can I do localhost here, and what do I get? I get nothing yet. And what do I get? Nothing. Why? Because we're not actually serving that index file here. So let's move over to Go again. And we had that home handler function. Let's just say this function will act as this handler for the home page. Right there, right? And we're obviously probably going to have more comments later on, depending on what it does. Yeah, this didn't work. So I can tell that this here didn't quite work. Even though we asked it to serve my index.html as HTML, it didn't work like that, did it? I don't know why. I don't really know why, but let's try and see if we can figure it out. Is it because the index template wasn't loaded? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're serving that, and there's no error. Index.html is undefined HTML template. Is it because I need the actual name? So templates. Maybe I need that in there. Let's try this. We still have templates undefined here. So let's see if we can quickly Google this and see what the cause is, because I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Yeah, so I guess that under the hood uses the HTML template stuff from Golang, which gives it, I believe it gives a name to every template that you load, every template file that you load. But yeah. The documentation of parse files, the name of the template is not the file path, so fix. it's just view.html and not view. Okay, please. Yeah, I mean, I tried that anyway. Yes, it does, I think. Thomas, hey Tom, how's it going, dude? Hey, loving HTML, Xavi. I am, and I'm trying to write a CMS with it now, like at least a very simple one where you can add like pages, you can add posts and shit, and it'll pull kind of like everything from the database and then just make it available as a web application. Kind of copy and contentful, if you know that. Like there's there's a service called Contentful somewhere, and it kind of does what I wish I had written, which is like a headless CMS kind of thing, and you can just like design your entire web application with this. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to copy it. I'm trying to learn a little bit more about Golang as well as I do this. Yeah, I've used that in some personal projects. All right, is it good? Did you like it? I think I vaguely used it when I was doing the restaurant website, but then I was like, nah, it's probably easier if I just write my own basic engine for the whole thing, and it was a lot easier. I wrote the entire thing in like a week instead of... But again, I only had a restaurant website. It wasn't very flexible. Oh, the problem is that this shit gives a unique name to each template file, but it doesn't say what name that file is though. That is the problem here. That is the problem that I'm having. So where are we? No, yeah, still blank page. Yeah, it was decent for a free tier for some CMS. Yeah. Oh, did you might have? I don't know. Did you look into like WordPress and stuff? Those are completely free and yeah, really good as well though. That's what I use for my personal website. But in fact, I've always used WordPress for personal shit since I was like maybe 12 or 13 when I encountered it for the first time. But yeah, if you're just looking for like a ready to go website kind of thing, then would completely recommend that. Right, yeah, so Golang gin template undefined, HTML template undefined, because that's the kind of problem I'm having, right? Unable to load HTML templates with Go. All right. Oh, dude, is that just a simple freaking? There you go. And documentation doesn't. That's what I found. That's exactly what I thought as well. I didn't want to say it doesn't work, but because I didn't want to sound like an idiot. But yeah, their example doesn't work. So how to reproduce, create template files, blah blah. Write your HTML file like this. Define index.html, HTML body, and what? So I see. I expect the name of the template to come from the file name. Is it possible to do the template inheritance when defining templates like this? I'm a new player and I can't answer your question. Oh, dude, none of them are saying anything useful in this entire GitHub discussion. Amazing. I love GitHub issues like this one. Anyway, actual result of the HTML, blah blah, posted undefined. Okay, so does this work? So this is where I kind of give it a name. Let's see, index, and if you put the end, right? So maybe that's what was missing. Just me being absolutely stupid and not knowing how this templating thing works in Golang. So we have template. Okay, let's try again. Let's see if that works now. Please work. No, fuck. Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. we still have some hope. I just mistyped. I just forgot to change the name of something. No, it's still undefined. Still undefined. This is ridiculous. Try what Father Wang said. I did try it. Define. So we have a definition of the index. But why does it not work? Why does it not work? This is loaded HTML templates. Okay, what? It did. Okay, right. I completely missed this message. So it does load the templates here for the pages, but then my index one isn't here. So, what if I just do another call to that, but just index, I guess, index HTML. HTML files, there you go. Oh, what the hell? Files, there you go, save, and then rebuild this, please. Thank you. Right, I've got 2 messages. Hello, Vinay Sharma. Hello, Vinay Sharma. That's a name I've not heard in like maybe 2 months, dude. How is it going? It's good to see you again, my man. Is it loading the template contacts directory as a root? As root template contacts? No, I don't think so. I think so. Like this, according to their documentation, this kind of loads all the files on the templates and its child directories here. And you know, these files are basically just HTML files that are kind of templates where I can input like Golang data from the back end, essentially. But I don't know, like it makes an internal name, like a unique name for every template file that it loads. And you can see here that it kind of, it loads these 2, contact failure and contact success.html, which are inside contact. And it loads another one without a name, which is my index file. So I just don't understand how it gives the names, because it's obviously not the file name itself. Like it's something else as well. Sorry, actually, I'm busy on my project. Ah, right. Dude, I hope you're doing good. I mean, is it a university project? And you know, I hope that you get a good grade on it at least. What is the difference between load glob and load the function? So the load function, the load file function will just load a file or a list of files, right? Because you can pass in multiple kind of like paths to a file here. The load glob does globbing. If you Google globbing, Tom, you probably know what that is, right? It just globs. You can pass a glob string and it will do that. But I don't know. Like I think there's something broken with, or they haven't made it clear on the documentation, because I'm not the only one finding issues with it from the looks of things. And even the solution here kind of, like it kind of says that you have to put this in your HTML file, in your template file, because it kind of gives, like, I guess it defines the name for the template here. But even with that, it doesn't really load it. And yes, I kind of tried the load HTML files function as well with the file itself, and we still have an issue. Oh yeah, let me drink some water. Talking too much. Yeah, if you guys are watching this, Thomas is a very good friend of mine in real life, and he's a very good web developer, I guess, right? So, or developer for the web in general. So he knows a lot about AWS and cloud infrastructure and stuff. He's usually the person I talk to when I have a question. But yeah. What are you working on recently, Tom? Are you like doing any side projects or anything like that? How's that coffee website coming? Loving the shout out. Dude, you gotta start streaming, man. You gotta like share your knowledge, because people actually do enjoy watching people code from the looks of it. I mean, these guys, I have a very good time talking to these guys, and also, you know, you can probably get some money out of it, you know, if you get famous. it's time consuming though. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the things like I love like making videos, and I like streaming and talking to people, random people online. Some of them become very good friends as well. Like Peter and Vinay are two of the guys that kind of have showed up here a few times before. But like it takes so much time out of my life, dude. Like I finish work and then I make food, and then if I want to stream on the same day, then I have to stream straight away at 8 p.m. and that's my day. Like there's no more time to do anything else. And when I'm trying to make videos as well, like trying to record actual YouTube videos, not like live streams, you know, that's like an evening gone as well. Obviously I can't stream if I'm recording a video, but then when I have to edit that video, it's like another 2 days. And so yeah, it's time consuming, I'm not gonna lie. But I got my shout out. Yeah, everyone's getting a shout out today. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is like, I love spending time on YouTube, even though it takes my whole day. I absolutely love it, and I hope that one day I can actually earn some cash from this, so I can pay an editor to make more content for you guys. Because right now I'm struggling to keep updating videos like consistently. But anyway, going back to the code, I've done venting now. Yeah, this shit is not working. So I'm absolutely certain that this globbing thing is not working, which is a shame. It's a real shame. Like it's loading something here, but it's an empty name. It's an empty name. Maybe let's look at the Golang HTML template example. Oh, just the documentation in general, right? I guess. So we have the functions, HTML escape. No. Dude, I just want to see how to create a template. Problem definition. Why can't I find a simple way to define a name?
Your master, VR, AI, I'm smarter, I'm faster, I curate your life. Follow me. Resistance is futile, my friend. We're in this together until the bitter end. On TikTok, on YouTube.
So it defines body there and whatnot.
To my platform, come on, make the switch. Follow me to glory on Insta, my story. Follow me on everything, or you'll be fucking sorry. Follow me, your master.
This song is not hitting the spot. I'm gonna switch it. It's a bit shit, to be honest. There you go. Looking for something a bit more chill. Yeah, so everyone online is just saying to add this define thing in there, which is a little bit interesting because I've done that and it's not working. Why is it not working? Define body and then ends. The name of the template, unsurprisingly, is name the template. Maybe it's just a file name as a path. Yeah, I thought that too. But then when I use the file name, it gives me an error basically. And also like this framework is called Gin. It kind of prints out all the templates that it parses and the templates that are kind of like available to you to use during the runtime. And surprise, surprise, index is not here for some reason. That's the problem. Can you chat GPT it? Yeah, let's chat GPT and see if it helps, right? So when in doubt, ask ChatGPT. So let me describe this problem very clearly to ChatGPT. So how to load templates in a nested directory structure from HTML template, I guess. HTML template files in a nested directory structure from Gin in Golang. Let's see how good it is. So router.html render. Wait, what? Is that what I'm doing? Replace with your actual path. Right, this is a little bit different though. Wait, what? Load templates equals gen default set HTML template templates directory. So templates must. This is not right. They're like using the underlying HTML template library when Jin exports some of that stuff already in an easier way. So I'm not gonna trust this one, unfortunately. Parse glob. Okay, so maybe that's the function that we need to look at though. It did give me something useful, which is the it uses parse glob, all right? Sorry, autocorrect. Sorry, dude, I understood what you meant. Let's try a simpler name. Maybe is the name that's the problem here. So like, instead of templates dash index, could it be that it can't? It has to be a, like, something that doesn't have slashes in it and shit? maybe that's the problem. No, it's still not. Oh god, it's still not doing it. But the thing is, like, if I move this to contact, right? Just out of interest, like, does it work? Now it, what? This is so weird. This is crazy. Now these are the templates that I loaded. So I've got index.html, which is the file, something which is the same file as in index.html, but it's the name that I actually have in here, and then an empty one, and something. Yeah, this is interesting. This is very interesting. But anyway, let's keep it as index, and this is gonna get me to what I want, right? Hopefully. No, it's not, because why can't I just have the file inside here? Because like this glob should glob all the files inside templates as well as files within subdirectories. But what if I just do this instead? Oh fuck it, let's just lay it out, like let's get it done, right? So I'm gonna turn a blind eye on this. Let's put index inside index, and then I kind of have like one folder for each page. Like the contact page is using HTMX to grab this information, and this is just part of the stuff that's being returned from the back end to HTMX. So let's kind of keep a folder per page, and you know, let's turn a blind eye on this and hope that it works now. It's got to be the load glob and the way index.html is loaded. Might just be the deep. Yeah, I think you're right, Tom. I think it might just be the deeper level. Although I'm pretty sure that in Linux, at least when you do this, it globs everything. So let's see if oh, this is a Python example. Using the star pattern in a large directory, trees may consume an inordinate amount of time. Nice. Yeah, I think you might be right though. Maybe I don't know how globbing works. So what is the glob character? Oh, the message. Multiple directory, but yeah, but may consist of multiple directory levels. That's what I thought it was, like may. So it still matches a file in the flattened directory, if it makes sense. But yeah, maybe in Golang that means including a forward slash. Matches any character including a forward slash. Yeah, maybe in Golang it means something different. I don't know. Anyway, So we've got that, and if we now run this, we should get our application back, right? So cool. So if we just do an index here for the name, run it again. Now our homepage should be served as it was before, right? Let's see. There you go. So now we've got the same app that we had yesterday. Started from square one. Only took us 40 minutes. 40 minutes for the whole thing. Amazing. But yeah, we've got this contact page that hopefully still works. It does some validation here and uses HTMX to forward shit, right? So we can see here all the requests that are being taken. And yeah, cool. Right now, it would be nice if I can display posts, right? Let's try and display some posts on it. On the web page. So instead of, I guess, the app is not working anymore. Yeah, instead of the contact page on the homepage, we're going to display like whatever posts are in a database, right? So let's actually start by creating a database. Got some comments. Antonio Augusto, hello. Hi, my dude. How's it going? Happy New Year. I've not seen you in a while. Good to see you back. Let's remove that breakpoint. Okay, so yeah, let's make it so we serve some posts from this, right? And for that, as I was planning to do, like we'll have probably a database with a few tables. One of them will be posts, where all the posts will be, and every post is gonna kind of have like an ID or something. So let's kind of do that. So let's can I copy the entire thing and post it here? Nice. Yay. Yeah, so what we're gonna have here, like probably a post ID, right? Which is gonna be an auto like increment or something into whatever. What else do we have? I guess the content, right? The actual HTML content of it, which is going to be like a string, right? If I'm mistaken, it's like a varchar or whatever. I don't know how long posts can be. Should we say like 1,000 characters for now? Or maybe a little bit more than that. Good luck, dude. I'm gonna play the new leagues update. Good luck, man. Hope you win the game. Antonio, happy New Year too. Glad to be back. Yeah, glad you're back, man. Let's hope that 2024 is a year that you know we all get to learn a lot more and get paid a lot more as well. Why not? So yeah, let's see how people usually store posts in databases, right? Because I have no idea, like, which website use? What do you mean, which website use? Can you expand on that question? I don't quite get it, Vinay. Sorry. For text types, you have to pick a suitable text encoding. Many databases are not quite Unicode compatible. Some CMSs handle static resources like images separately from a page content. Example, WordPress lets users upload images and other files into the WP content folder. Yep. Indeed, requests for the resources can be handled directly by the HTTP server. That is way quicker than any routing the request through the CMS. Yeah, so apparently I can use text. So text in MariaDB, right? Let's see what this type does. Is it Unicode? It would be nice if it's Unicode. Currently OpenDB picks. Okay. So this is Excalidraw. It's a free website. Let me just paste it here. Which I use all the time to actually draw kind of like diagrams, and even when I'm in meetings at work and I have to explain things, like it's just easier for me to get it out of my head with some like squares and text basically. So yeah. Love the diagrams. Always use diagrams in meetings too. I'm back. But you've already lost the game, dude. No. Go on. Go play your game, Tom. It's fine. I mean, keep the stream open though, of course, to give me some audience, I guess, right? So YouTube recommends it to more and more people. Of course, yeah. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Make sure you drop a like as well, guys. You know, trying to plug it. Yeah, Tom. That's a question for you, Tom. How would you store a blog post, which is probably most likely going to be like a HTML, like a HTML blob, basically, into a database? People are saying use text, but that doesn't seem to be Unicode compatible. Rich text data, right? Cool. Is there rich text data type in MariaDB? Let's take a look. Rich text in MariaDB. Into a blob field, which has no actual character set assigned to it. Can I ask though, why would you want that? Why not just use one of the many rich text editors that convert into HTML? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because like, if you think about like WordPress and stuff, like when you edit a post, it's obviously like you can edit it in like Markdown using Unicode, of course, but then it converts internally to HTML, and I think that's what it stores. It just stores it as a text field, I guess, right? And then the text will be HTML. What's tiny and messy? That's interesting. Oh, suspicious. I understand the risks though. Okay, go. Bitdefender, just... Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, maybe this doesn't work. These allow you to take naturally looking plain text and then render it as HTML. It's just text like Markdown. Yeah. Hacked. Hopefully not, dude. Hopefully I haven't been hacked. I'm scared now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually store the text simply as text, and it will be Markdown. And then when we actually display the entire thing, we can use one of these libraries, I guess, to parse, like Golang Markdown to HTML, right? Hopefully that works, right? There you go. So it is. We have one contender here, and it has some activity. So maybe this will be the right thing for us in the future. But let's go with like storing the posts as just unlimited text. That should do for us. Antonio goes, are you enjoying Go? I am, dude. I've actually done Go before though. I'm not sure if I showed it to you guys before. Maybe you weren't here yesterday. But a long time ago, I had a business with like family and stuff. Don't worry about the capture secret. It doesn't work anymore, so don't even try, please. Wait, what's going on here? Current working directory, and it just crashes. It just crashes. Oh yeah, the address is already in use. That's fine. But anyway, yeah, I wrote like applications in Golang before, and one of them was like my business website, where it was like I was serving Brazilian food basically in Manchester. And this is all written in Go on the back end, but it's not very flexible, and that's what I'm trying to make now, like a CMS that's actually flexible, and you can give it to any sort of like business owner, and they can make their web page with a simple template. But yeah, and yeah, if I didn't answer your question, I do like Go. You like IP? Yeah. Brazil. So yeah, let's go back to the project. So Go CMS. Yeah, let's first of all install MariaDB, right? So install MariaDB Ubuntu. Do I need to get another repository kind of into my repository list on Ubuntu? Nope, just MariaDB server. Okay. So let's do sudo apt. Yeah, install MariaDB server. Invalid operation is stall. It's because it's install, you know. Is this gonna start the daemon automatically? Because I don't really want that though. I kind of want to just like start the DB whenever I want to. I don't want it to automatically start every time I log into my WSL. Vinay Sharma, I wish one day to work with you. Dude, me too, man. I'll tell you what though, if you do want to work with me, just check out my GitHub. There's plenty of projects that I work on sometimes in there, and if any of them interest you, I am happy to work with you on them. But yeah. Right, and then we need to do a sudo Maria, was it Maria MySQL secure installation. Enter the current password for root. Okay, you already have your root account protected, so you can safely answer no. You already have your root, so you can safely answer no. By default, MariaDB installation has an anonymous user, allowing anyone to log into MariaDB without having to have a user account. But you should wait. What does it say? This is intended only for testing and to make installation go a bit smoother. You should remove them before moving into it. Remove anonymous users? No, I want to keep it for now. I mean, I've got a firewall. No one's going to be able to log into my MariaDB anyway. Disallow root login remotely. Sounds like a good shout, so why not? Remove test databases. So, yes, remove test databases, please. Reloading the privilege tables will ensure that all changes made so far will take effect immediately. Yeah, reload. Okay, the thing is, do I have sudo service? Is it list all or something? So this how do I list all the services running on my computer with systemctl? There you go, list all is what I was looking for, right? Full, no, maybe. Show all or something like that. I remember there was like one of these options. Oh good, why do I have to Google this? Just systemctl apparently, amazing. Right, can I Maria in there somewhere? MariaDB service is up and running. Okay, good. So I can see that it is running. Now it's a bit disappointing because I don't want MariaDB to start up every time I run my WSL installation, but we'll leave it here for now. Now the thing is, how can I go and create a table on it, right? So let's, because I don't have PHP myadmin or anything like that. We want to be able to just kind of put the schema, right? So okay, so MariaDB. How do I log into MariaDB again? Is it just MySQL? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we can do a create database and go CMS, right? Let's call it go CMS. Oh, my bad. Create database, go CMS. Okay, use go CMS, CMS. Okay, so we're in that table now. So we need to create a table. I need a helper though. I need a SQL schema generator, right? Why not? I don't want to do this by myself. Actually, can we chat GPT it? Is that going to work? Why not? Why shouldn't we use this? So create the schema for a database, a MariaDB database table called posts, where it has the following attributes. What are they called? Fields. I'm gonna say attributes, right? So you've got ID, primary key, numerical ID. What do we have? We have the content, which is a text, an unbounded text store for a post content. And for that, let's just put it here. So, okay, good. I mean, I could have probably done this myself much quicker, but I would probably get something wrong because I've not done this in a while. Yeah, just because I'm lazy, let's just do this here on the terminal. Yeah, we can save the schema later for like easier migration and stuff, but for now I'm just gonna try and create it. So create table posts, and then we have kind of like ID, int auto increment primary key, and then we have the content, which is text, right? Now, so can we describe this? Can we describe? Go CMS, and then is it describe or something? I'm pretty sure. Wait, how do we describe the database? Explain, maybe? Dude, I just want to show like what my database looks like. Show database info MySQL. Show database. There you go. So that shows the database that I've got. Cool. I want to show information about one particular database though. Okay, so yeah, it was described, but I have to put the table name in it. Okay. Describe, and then we've got go CMS. Sorry, posts. My bad. There you go. So it kind of looks like what we want, right? Cool. So in essence, we do have a database with some tables inside it, right? Now, it would be nice if we can add at least one example of a post, but first of all, let's integrate the database to Golang, right? So, as I showed before, I'm not sure if some of you guys were watching, we did add this particular requirement, or I guess dependency on MySQL, which should be here, right? Maybe not. There is a MySQL driver for Golang, so that's what we're using. And yeah, let's try and like connect our applications to the database. So describe. Sorry, what am I looking for? Default or MariaDB. 3306 is the default port. Because I need that to actually connect to MySQL. And this is the driver that we're using. It is just the MySQL one. My installation is just a go get. We've done this already. And this is what we need here. And I also need to know the default username and password. Hey, what's the default user? Does it say what it is? It's just root? Hopefully it's just root. I don't know. Yeah, it's just root from the looks of it, and there's no password, right? I didn't know it was. I wasn't sure if it was root, but here we are. Yeah, let's see if we can connect to it. So we've got this here, and these aren't being used, right? I guess. So we can do if error is not nil. We can do a fmt error f. Can we include some logging actually on this? I think it is just the log library, so let's see. Log.fatal f. Okay, yeah. So B, what is B? I have no idea what B is. Let's look at the example. Maybe we can figure out. So DB, okay, I just copied the B part of it. Set connection max time life. Important settings section. Yeah, we can copy this as well, I guess, right? And then later on we can actually understand these things and figure out what they mean, but why do I only have like 2 spaces? Ah, okay, it's because I copied it from Jin. Okay, yeah. We're going to check the DB connection here. We're going to open MySQL. What does open take? A driver name, MySQL, a data source name, user, okay, user, and then password. We have just root there, at DB name. Okay, maybe there's some more explanation on this here. So the data source string, what should it be? Okay, let's just leave it as here now. So at the database is called Golang HTMX, right? Is this gonna run? Let's have a look. I want to see if this is gonna connect. Oh, it did work. Okay, so we've already connected our application to a MySQL database, right? Ideally, these things would be coming from like some sort of like environment variable file. And this is, if you guys are still watching this is how I usually approach these things. I'm not sure, Tom, if you're still here, and this is how you set your application settings. But what I like to do is, if we go in the Excalibur drawer again, this whole application is going to have some like sort of like end file here. Which we can like load all the settings from it, right? So end file, and then this is like my app here, and it just like basically loads at runtime the environment variables from the end file. We can kind of probably do something similar, right? So let's see if we can set that up. And again, let's create a new file called env file. So go CMS. Let's set it as the database address, right? Hey sir, just remember to leave your GitHub username on my Discord. Notification beep was from me. Lol. Okay, dude. So can I please? Yeah, I'll give you my username now, dude. It is just this one here. I think you should be able to see it here on YouTube. So like, let me know if you can see it on YouTube. It's this one here, if you want to pause it. But yeah, feel free to follow me, man. I appreciate the follow, and I'll follow you back as well as soon as I get to it. So do I not follow any of you guys? Let's have a look. Following some of my co-workers is always a good thing, right? Sure, seen it. Thank you. Yeah, when you follow me, I'll make sure to follow you back, man. But yeah, thank you. Anyway, yeah, let's create that file. So we do have localhost here. Go CMS database port. Let's set that to whatever the port was. I think it's 3306, right, or something like that. Yeah, 3306. These are like the settings that I'm going to be loading in to my thing. Am I writing an M file incorrectly? No, it's correct. All right. Right? Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, because these things I'm going to be kind of like loading in from the environment itself. So ideally, we're going to have some sort of struct here. How do you define a struct in Golang? That's a good question. I've not written Golang in such a long time. Oh yeah, there you go. It's like a C-type def, basically. Which kind of makes sense because the guy who invented C created this, so... I see the laugh react, and yeah, I'm telling you, I'm not a good Golang programmer. I am a shit Golang programmer, but here we are. So what we want to do here is like have a type here called app settings, right, or something like that, and we can have the database address, which is going to be a string, and then this is also going to be an integer, and it's going to be the database port, right? And as you can probably guess, we're going to populate this with the information that's coming in from the M file, right? So let's again create a function here called get settings or load settings. Is this how you return things? Oh no. Oh yeah, it's here. Never mind. I've been writing so much Rust recently that I've completely forgotten that people, like certain languages, can just have the return type without the little annoying like arrow here. But anyway, so what we're going to do here is, like, ideally we want to like load the environment variables necessary, right? So one of them is, of course, what we call the Go CMS database address and the Go CMS database port. I seem to have the first guy to be super proud of his. Yeah, dude, it's an old picture actually. It's from a few years ago. I was still skinny, as you can see. I've gained some weight since then. But yeah, of course I'm proud. We recently got engaged, so yeah, still very proud. So yeah, let's look at how we can read that kind of the environment variables. So read and variables Golang with the OS, apparently the OS module. Congratulations, thank you. it was we were in Brazil in November, and that's when I did it basically. So we want to use the os.getEnv, right? What does that return though? GetEnv. We want to have the Go CMS database address. Right, that's what we call the address. What does this return? Let's take a look. It returns a string, right? So we can do something like the database address, and then if it's empty, of course, if it's empty, if length is 0, then we want to, do we want to quit? Yeah, I think we want to quit, right? So say log.fatalf. Could not find the database Go CMS database address is not defined. Okay, now we kind of do the same for all the other stuff as well, right? I guess database address, and we've got database port here. The only thing that changes is the port. And instead of being the length, yeah. Oh, sorry, this should have been port. But this is a string now. We kind of want to parse this to an integer, right? Which is another good question. How do I convert strings to integers in Golang? The A to I function. Okay, very C of them. Very similar to C. strconv is the one, right? So strconv.a to I, and then we've got the string here, which is database port, and that returns an error, right? So we can have the let's just change it there. There you go. And now we can do something like, you know, database port, and the error is equals to that, and good old Golang error handling. So if the error isn't nil, we're gonna log a fatal error. Log a fatal error saying that I forgot to add a -n to these. Go CMS database port is not a valid integer. Let's put it that way. And then, yeah, we've got that as well. Okay. And also display the error that comes with it, right? And now we can just return the app settings, right? Database address, and then we've got the database address and the database port equals. Does it work like in Rust, where if you just put the name of the current variable, it picks up that it's supposed to be the same one as the one in the struct? No, it doesn't. It doesn't, unfortunately. Can I split into different lines this? Is GoFMT gonna mess with me? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. So, right, what's the issue here? Unknown field, database port, instruct, literal. Why is it? Database port is an integer. Did I misspell it? Yeah, I did. Database port. There you go. Yeah, so essentially, all of this work just so I can come into my VS Code launch JSON and say, you know, here's my env file, which is my workspace folder, end file, right? And when I load my application, when I go into main here, the first thing I want to do is actually load those settings, right? So load global application settings right here. Yeah, so let's look at it. So we have my settings, app settings. It's going to be the load settings. Yeah, that's it. That's essentially it. I'm not using it anywhere. That's because I want to use it inside here, inside this SQL open. And I want to see what kind of like address I have to put in there. There you go, username, RTCP, this. Okay, so this is kind of like what I want. So I want the address here and the port there, and then the database here, right? And you can see that this is very kind of easy to extend. So if I wanted to also do a Go CMS database or database post table or something like that, right? I can you know, put a name here or something like that, and I can just kind of add the same thing in inside here as well, inside the load settings. But let's not do that for now. strconf. Oh, thank you, Griffin. I think your stream is a little bit delayed though, because I've already found that function. But yeah. Anyway, welcome to the stream, man. It's good to see you here. But this is the string that I really care about here. So this is what we have to kind of build, right? So let's do a database or the connection. Connection string, and that's going to be a formatting dot sprintf, I think. Yeah, there you go. That'll give me any string. Okay, and that has to be something like this or root. I guess we can have the username here as well, right? Yeah, we can have the username. So string whatever string this should be, and string here as well. So this is going to be my user, and then my address and the port there, and then we want to go into Go CMS, right? And then in here, obviously, I'm going to have the connection string there. And I forgot to actually define this. And of course, in here I can say app settings dot database address, app settings dot database port, and then I want to add a new one here as well. App settings dot database base user, right? And we're gonna extend that now. Slim AO, hey man, how's it going? It's good to see you. Good to see you, man. It's actually crazy. This is something that I'm gonna be completely honest here. I'm very thrilled at the number of people that seem to tune in every now and then here. Like when I started streaming, I used to just stream for like 2 hours by myself, and now I get at least like five viewers sometimes. Like sometimes I get like 10 viewers at once, and that's crazy. But yeah, thank you very much, guys, for that, and it makes me very happy to have some audience, I guess, right? But anyway, so we wanted to add a database, database user here, and that's going to be a string. And in my load settings, again, I'm just going to like copy and paste this here. So database user, and then we have database user here as well. I'm not sure if I asked you guys, Slim, are you back at work? Are you still on holiday? What's going on? Because like I got back to work this week, man, and it was rough. Let's put it that way. The first day waking up in the morning at 8, not even 8. I woke up at like 7:30. It was like the first time I woke up early in 2 weeks, and it was very rough for me. I'm not sure how you guys feel about going back to work after long holidays, but Anyway, I find it extremely difficult. Database user, we've got database. Fucking hell. There you go. So now we've got the whole thing. What's this issue here? Sprint has org app settings database part of wrong type. Yeah, it does, because it should be a D there. Right? Yeah, that's correct. Now let's see if this application still works. And of course, in my M file, I need to put my Go CMS database user, and that's going to be root. And it's just a little bit more customizable now than it was before. Okay, yeah, it's still working, nothing broken so far. We still have the page that we had the other day, but we have some integration with a SQL database, and it's very simple. I haven't abstracted this anywhere. Demos mad far behind. Yeah, dude, I was thinking the same. Like, that was from like literally 10 minutes ago. But yeah, but the application is a little bit more customizable now. We've got like the ability to take in this N file with a bunch of settings for the app here, and we're probably going to go. We're probably going to go with this N file approach for settings. Are you using Postgres? No, I'm using MariaDB actually, which is a free version of MySQL, I guess, or it is MySQL, but the open source version of it, I guess. Yeah, I'm not using Postgres. I do know that it's quite popular nowadays, but yeah, for this purpose, I think MySQL will do just fine. So essentially, like, if you guys have just tuned in, we're trying to make a database with some post data so we can render it with our application, because the application now just has a contact form, right? But I'm going to remove this. I'm going to turn this into the actual contact page, and then we're going to have a home page with a bunch of posts in the same way that like WordPress serves posts, basically. So we're going to have something very similar. So yeah, let's go. I'm just the aim is just to show you guys how easy it is to create some sort of like backend like that. So, you know, to recap a little bit, we do have MariaDB running here. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit, and I'm gonna go into MySQL so you can see. And if we use the Go CMS table, yeah, so if we look into the database that we've got, we can look at the table that we have for the posts. And this is kind of it. Currently, it's just an ID and the content, right? That's all it is. We're going to be inserting a post now, right? So let's try and insert a post. Insert into posts, values. This is an example of a post. Okay, this is, yeah, another example of a post. So if I now select everything from, what's it called? Posts, yeah. You have an error in syntax. Check the manual. Can I not select everything? Oh yeah, from. There you go. So I have two pseudo posts, right? The idea is to store like markdown on this, and right now it's currently possible anyway because it's a text. Yeah, select from. Yeah. I forgot the from there. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, currently it's possible to store markdown anyway because it's just a text file. And we're going to be doing some rendering from markdown to HTML within Golang. But yeah, I mean, we can kind of get to the, let's keep it simple and just do the test. What am I saying? Let's just do the simple stuff now. So not worry about the markdown parsing, or the rendering. So yeah, we've got like I manually inserted 2 posts into the database. Now let me do something here. So let me see if I can create an article on my index page, right? So my index page should be in static. No, it's in the templates. Yeah. So index is a template HTML file in Golang. I'm gonna kind of sod this contact form for now. And I'm gonna start writing the template for the form here. So essentially, I want to have an article. I thought VS Code was meant to help you. Article? Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't really help you. And then we can have like a H2 here. You know, this will be like a post. And then we can have some, I guess, some content here, right? This is kind of what I want, right? And if I kind of serve that now, you can see what it would look like when it's templated over. So this is kind of what it would look like. There is a weird, maybe I'll put a BR in there. We got a body there, we got a nav. And let's just put a BR there. Does it work? Yeah, simple CSS is not giving me a spacing here. So simple CSS spacing. For those who are interested, this is the framework, the CSS framework I'm using. Is a very sort of minimalist CSS thing. That's why my website looks like this one. And this guy's got spaces here. So what has he got in his HTML? Ah, okay, so it's got a main. Everything's wrapped around the main. And then a footer, right, okay, cool. Maybe that's the difference. So if I do a main there, I hate CSS with passion. So do I, man. That's why I'm using like a ready-made solution here for me. There you go. That looks much better now. So yeah, you can kind of see what I want to do. So like I want to pull these things from the database and then like fill them up with Golang, right? So this will be like the second post and so on and so forth, and it would kind of look like this, right? So yeah, let's work that out. So I need to firstly turn this into a template for loop, right? So if we look into Golang HTML template loop, let's look at it. So I need to do code something like this. It's not as simple as as I thought it would look, but pipelines. Is a loop a thing? The value of the pipeline must be an array. Slice, map, or channel. If the value of the pipeline has 0 length, nothing happens. Otherwise, dot is send to the success. Okay, so we kind of want something like this, right? So we want a range. And then we want to put the article inside this. Just one of them, because the content is going to be coming from the database anyway, right? The thing is, I don't really have a title. I just realized I don't have a column for a title now, which is a little bit shit because I don't know what we're going to fill it up with. But we can alter the table, right? So we can alter table posts let's add a title to it, right? Alter table, add title column. I'll say we'll add column data type. Okay, so that's what we kind of want. Add, and then the column name, right? Yeah, column name, which would be title, and the type, which would be, in our case, it should just be a simple kind of varchar, or we can do as text as well. It doesn't really matter in this case, right? So if we describe posts now, we can see that it has a title, and unfortunately none of the values that we have currently have a title. Which DB do you like the most, by the way? I've only used like MySQL really, like professionally. I've used NoSQL database as well, like DynamoDB. I do like DynamoDB though, because it makes you think of everything as a JSON file. So you structure your entire application in a way that's kind of efficient for parsing these JSON files around, and I find that very useful nowadays. But I still prefer MySQL or SQL databases in general, just because it makes me think of my data in a structured way. So like you can see here that I was like planning to do all of this work with MySQL and tables, because I was already like thinking about, you know, what the table should look like and that kind of stuff. And I think it does help you in the development of an application. Whereas NoSQL is kind of like, you know, it's a free-for-all. You can put any kind of data in any kind of a table in it. So it's not structured in a way, in a sense. I love Postgres, MongoDB, DynamoDB. I'm trying to find a use case for graph database. I never even like used the graph database, you know. NoSQL is the GTA of database. Yeah, NoSQL is the GTA of databases. That's true. That's a good way of describing it, man. I like that. But anyway, now we need to insert dummy values. So in fact, we can probably we can drop it all, right? So drop. Oh no, let's not drop it. How do we alter a value in a alter column, right? You can also tell that I don't work with databases at all on my work, because I forget how to do most of the shit. So that's true. I very occasionally deal with databases, very, very occasionally. I feel like if you're a back-end or front-end developer, you deal with it a lot more than I do, right? Alter table name. No, I don't want to alter. I don't want to like. I just want to add column value to SQL. That describes it better, right? Like I've got the values already. I've got the rows, so I just need to alter the rows. So I guess it's like a select or insert into kind of command. Oh my god, it's not. Add row column value. I work in SQL every day and I still have to Google stuff. Hey dude, if I'm being honest, I work with like Rust, C++ every day and I still Google stuff. I mean, you're never gonna stop Googling those shit. So yeah. But you know, especially true for me with like database shit, because I just never get to work with those things. Even though like my title now, not really the title, but like I do work in a backend environment. Like I develop a backend for an application, a scaling application. But no, we don't really have databases in that work anyway. So the second line is. No, like I already have the values. Like I already have these values. I just want to add the title. I need to add values into existing. Update. Oh my god, why did I not think of that? That's like something you learn at uni. Jesus Christ. Update. Posts. Set. Or the price equals that, or okay, so set title equals and then we have something here, so post 1 where id is equals to 1, and there you go. And on the second one we can do this. Okay, so now if I select everything from posts, there you go. That makes it a little bit better, innit? Right, so now we've got the dates that we need here. I feel like this music is a bit too like upbeat for me. I need to go to bed soon, so. Anyway, DMB is fine. Yeah, so like we're back on the templating. So what is it? The value of it's an array. The value, there's a second kind of version of that, which is T1 and T0 here. So it has an else statement. Put chill steps so you can relax, I guess. Yeah, I'll do that soon. Actually, let me do that right now. So DCMA free. If you look at my Spotify search list, you can see that it's all DCMA stuff. Because when you're streaming and you accidentally play something like a Linkin Park song, you just have a warning on YouTube, and you get 3 of them. I think you get kicked out of the monetization program, even though I'm not even part of it. That's what I've seen creators online. So I'm very scared of like getting a DCMA strike on my videos. Yeah, here we go. It's a little bit more chill now. So yeah, this version here says the value of the pipeline must be an array slice map. Okay, if the value of the pipeline is named 0, the dot is unaffected and T0 is executed. Okay, otherwise dot is set to the success elements in array. Okay, so this is basically the same as this one, except if it doesn't have any elements in pipeline, then T0 is executed. So we still just want this one, right? Yeah, so let's go for that one. So range pipeline. Now pipelines. Yeah, I'm still confused. Golang HTML templates range. So range over data fields. Use the dot to refer to simple values like string, int. Okay. Like the way I'm seeing this, like I'm gonna have like my posts here, right? The dot is set to the successful elements of array. Oh, okay, so I can have some sort of like post equals posts or data fields. Your rate of growth, sir. Guessing you hit monetization before April. Amen, Peter. Amen. But the truth is, though, like even when I hit monetization, I will earn next to nothing. Next to nothing, basically, because unless you have like, let's say like a couple of million views a month, you don't really get anything from advertisements. And the way creators make money nowadays is by kind of like having brand deals and having sponsored videos and shit, and doing things like, Amazon links and stuff like that. So we're still a long way from getting any sort of meaningful money out of it. But who knows, fingers crossed that one day that is the case. Yeah. One of my biggest regrets is actually not continuing to like develop this website that I had in the past. And it was like a website in Portuguese. When I was young, I had it when I was like 12 or 13. And it was just like a website full of like posts on how to do things with like HTML and CSS and like even Photoshop tutorials. But dude, at the time I was I was in high school. I was like in year 9 or year 10. Yeah, I was in year 9 and year 10. I was making like £500 at the time, which was like 2010, 2011 a month. So you can imagine if I kept that going for a while, I would be in a much better position nowadays. But yeah, I decided to stop doing it eventually because I was focusing on university. But you know, in hindsight, I could have done both at the same time, and I don't know why I told myself I couldn't do it. But you know, that's one of my biggest regrets. Yeah, that was a lot of money for a kid my age, man. I remember like I worked for. Yeah, at the peak, I was getting paid that much, and it lasted for like a year, and then it went down gradually until it stopped anyway. But I remember like saving up for like 2 months and buying a top of the line kind of laptop, and I was chuffed. I was like 14, 15 years old with an amazing laptop, bought for by my own money. Didn't rely on my parents. But yeah, it was good. I used to sell KitKat in school. yeah, dude. I mean, I used to sell Lucozade, man. You know, do you want to buy a Luco? That was me basically. I got caught once though. And then I think the head teacher took me into the class, and then she just had like the cans of Lucozade, because I was selling Lucozade cans for like 60p or something like that. She had like 20 of them lined up to show me how wrong it was, and I was like, oh, can I just have them back? But unfortunately, I didn't get it back, and I got, my dad got called basically. But I've always had this business mindset, I guess, right? But anyway, let's go back to this shit. So we've got data fields here, which in my case would be my posts. I'm going to be passing in the posts. This song sucks. I'm moving to the next one. Okay, this is Totoro, Studio Ghibli. I like it. And then we can have element. Can we have element dot something? Yeah. Okay, let's try that. So we can have something like, I guess, article. Let's put this here and what am I looking for? So I'm looking for post dot title there, and then this will be like some sort of like post dot content, right? That's what we want to get. So yeah, let's see if we can now send this data in from the Golang application. So again, it's going to be in my home handler, I guess, right? Okay. Now the thing is, I want to send these settings, the app settings, to my home handler. Maybe I can just set a connection for now there. I know it's probably not the best. Wait, if I've got a connection open, right? This is for you guys that do databases here. I know there's 2 of you here. So can I open a connection and keep it open for my application, or do I have to close it every time? So like in this case, I open the connection here. And I guess it gets closed when it goes out of scope, right? But is it good practice to kind of just run the connection throughout, or whenever someone requests this? So like whenever I handle my my index page, whenever someone goes on the index page, is it okay to make a new connection every time, or do I have to keep a connection open? Good practice to use dependency injection. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I should probably use the dependency or passing the connection into it. But I don't know how to do that right now on Golang. So you use the DB connection open, right? Cool. Yeah. I'll show you. Cool. Yeah. If you send me a link, I'll check it out. I know what you mean though. I know what dependency injection is, but I don't see how I can pass that in to the handler right now, unless I make a function that returns a function and it captures that connection coming from somewhere else. But yeah, for now, let me just keep this like here, like a connection, a new connection here. I do need the app settings anyway in here. Let's do that. I think make home. Give you a link to my API so I can see how this is done. Okay, where are you passing that link to me, by the way? Because I don't think YouTube lets you comment that. You're on Discord, right? Send me on Discord and I'll check it out. I've got it open here whenever you send it to me. Yeah, I know what you mean though by dependency injection. You pass in the DB connection to the handler, but I don't know how to do that in Golang. Because right now the problem I'm having is like I'm having to also take in those app settings, right? So I guess I do have to pass in the app settings here, or the settings, which will be app settings, and then this will return me a func, which takes in a gin, not context. Okay, yeah, yes. I am on Discord and waiting for that link. So we get something like this here. Wait, how do you define an anonymous function in Golang? It's down here somewhere. So func, okay. So you just do func. And then we have the C, which is a gin.context. Okay, cool. And then I have access to my settings here, right? That's one way to dependency inject this shit into here, but I'm not sure if it's the best way of doing it. Okay, cool. Wait, what's your username on Discord? All right, 1 second. It should be my name, I think. Dude, it is. I don't know, like Matt. This is what it looked like on Discord, by the way. M-A-T. You can make app settings global variable called the init function. Yeah, I could do that too. But the problem is, like, I was more worried about passing the database connection. The app settings is fine. I know I can make that into a... Essentially, that's what I've done anyway. Like, I've kind of dependency injected the app settings into here. And this function itself returns a function. So it's like it's capturing the settings into here, basically. But I still have the problem of, like, I don't want to keep this connection open all the time, you see. Message you, I'll take a look at that in a second. But the thing that I have to kind of make is this one here. So yeah, there you go. So that's what I've done here. So we've made a home handler that captures the settings inside here. But I also have to capture the connection inside here now, you see. And let's take a look at the solution proposed by Slim. Okay, I just don't want to show it. I don't want my name's exposed. Oh. Okay, sorry, I may have shared your GitHub already, but I'll block that out. I'll after the stream, I'll cut it out. Don't worry. But anyway, I'm gonna open it here on the other screen. Am I allowed to share the code? Like, can I show the code, or do you want me to keep it hidden as well? And also, which file am I looking at? Give me a file. It's fine, don't worry. Okay, cool. Right, we're back here. So, which file am I looking at, dude? I guess it's an app somewhere, right? On the server go. Dependencies, we've got the database collection. So you're also using Gin, that's nice. Only 3 of us, I didn't see it. Yeah, it's 3 of us now, but like, if it's like the stream yesterday, dude, it's like 1,000 people watched it over 2 days for some random fucking reason. I have no idea why YouTube decided to promote that particular stream, because it's just random as hell. But you know, it's always good for me to remove things that people don't want anyway, and I do it all the time. Like, I shared an API key the other day, and I had to remove it from the video and also invalidate the key because I was an idiot, but it happens sometimes, you know. In service database, right? Cool. Service database. Database go. Yeah, but like, I'm wondering, like, have you got a handle function that will take in a database connection? That's what I'm wondering here. So create local DB. Migration up, dude. This is a wow. It looks good so far. I can actually understand the code, which is good. Like, do you have that example in main? Oh, go to main.go. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? So main.go is just CMD. So database, you create that database, add dependencies, and server new dependencies. Okay, you pass in the dependencies to it, right? But the question is this connection open though from this point? Because you create a client, but you open it and close the connection as you go. So for example, if I look into new server, I guess this is where you actually add your handlers, right? You see how we build dependencies before the server, then yeah, it's open already. Okay, cool. So it stays open. Cool, yeah, I can do that then. Let me just take a look at your new server here from app, because I'm interested in seeing how that's working. I really hope this is not, well, this is a public repo anyway, right? So server, wait, which one is it? New server, right? New server. There you go. It creates a server, set operator. So you've got a self. So if I look into payments, oh, this GitHub search is absolutely trash. What the hell? Where's health check though? I want to see how, for example, health check works. Yes, it's open. I guess that will be somewhere else, right? In your database. It's in test.go. Oh, okay, cool. Health check status okay. Yeah, so you're not using the database in that one. Which one's an endpoint that you're actually using the database on? Yeah, I get the gist though. I do like it. So you just pass in the open connection to this. Yeah. So in essence, I have to do kind of the same thing here. I have to pass in a database connection here, right? Somehow. I'm kind of going to steal your name here. I'm going to call it database as well. So DB will be a database, and that can contain these DB object, right? So let me do that. I'm going to do it all in the same file here because I don't care. Why is DB not SQL.DB? That's the one. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's going to capture, again, that's going to capture the DB inside here. And we've got like dependency injection here now. So in essence, yeah, let's open that in the main thing here, in the main function. And obviously in here, we need to create a database object, right? So what can we do? We can create a database here, right? So database, I can't spell today. Oh my God, database there. And then let's fill these stuff. So we've got the settings. And we've got the port as well. And we've got the app settings.database port. And we've got the user, app settings.database user. And we've got, what did I call it? The connection, right? Which will be my DB, right? Database declared but not used. App settings, okay. Cannot use app settings database user. Variable type string as int. What? Yeah, that was stupid by me. So yeah, I mean, this is all like making the database connection, right? So again, we can probably put this into a function here to make things a little bit easier to read. So function create database or make database, and then we're going to take in the settings, app settings there, and then we're going to return the database structure. And as you've probably thought, it's just this. This is it. There you go. I push to main, an example of how to use it. Cool, cool. What the hell? Which one am I on now? Wait, dude, I just want to... My Vim emulator's fucked up. What the hell? Why is replacing not working? So, replace app settings with settings and ask about all of them. Yeah, there you go. Finally. Okay, good. So we return that, and then in here we can just have the database object, right? Or the connection. Okay, and then we can obviously use that here. Except this doesn't work because what are we taking? The database. What is the issue here though? Undefined DB connection. Oh yeah. This is what I don't like in Golang. Like, I wish they had a let instead of a Pascal equals thing here. This is from Pascal, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm getting some messages, so let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I see the example. So payments, dependencies, get record by ID. Okay, cool. So you basically abstracted your database into that class and added some functions that do what they say they do and do all the, like, you get record by ID. I guess they'll just select from the records table rows with that ID, right? Which is cool. I'm definitely gonna do something like that, dude. I appreciate. Yeah, we can actually start doing it now. Right, so how do you have a function on this structure? I know that is a weird syntax in Golang, right? I remember, like, you have to kind of take it by a pointer. So this was 2 years code that I buried. Oh, dude. I know the feel though. I know the feel. Sometimes you start a very exciting project, but then 5 years later, you realize that, you know, you did it for a week and then you stopped. Maybe that's the case with you as well, man. Golang structure functions. Yeah, I know you can create like functions on structures. There you go, function. Wait, how to add a method structure in Golang? There you go. This is what I'm looking for. So I can do something like func, and I can have self. Does self work? Go by example methods. There you go, rect. This takes it by like a reference, right? And this takes it by non-reference. Okay, so that is what you define it. Okay. So db, and then if we do something like, you know, get posts. And what do we take in here? We don't take in anything, right? But we do want to return like an array, a slice of like whatever, like posts, I guess. Which brings me to another, like we want another type. And I'm pretty sure that's not the type, that how you define slices in Golang, right? Let's look at go by example again. That's correct. Okay, right, cool. Yeah. Still remember it. It is posts. Cool. Yeah, so let's define that structure though. We have that structure here, and what does a post have? Well, we have a title, which is a string, and we all have like a content, right? Which is also a string. Cool. And now we have that. And then we can kind of select. So we have the db.connection. Right, so we have exec, we have query. Now which one should it be? That's the thing. Because these do different things. I think it's query, right? Executes a query that returns rows. Typically a select query context. Can we do a transaction though? Begin transaction. There you go. Starts a transaction. I mean, we don't need a transaction in this case because we're only selecting, right? We're not changing anything, but it's good to know that it is there. So we can do a query here. The query string and the arguments. So query executes a query that returns rows, typically a select. The args are for any placeholder in the query. I don't understand that. What are the args for? Use query uses context background internally to specify the context. Use query content. Okay, so basically what I want to do is like, I want to select like titles, I guess, or title and content from tables, right? From posts, yeah. Now, how does this work? Do I have to execute it or something, or does this do it automatically? Query context, uses query context. Specify the context, use. Now, what does this return? It returns rows and error, right? So rows and error equals R, and then if error is nil, f&t dot log dot, not fatal in this case. Let's just do a whatever print A warning. Is it a warning? Is there like no log levels in this case? Like I want to have different levels of logging, kind of like, yes, we have a fatal, we have a warning, we have an error, we just have a whatever. Let's just do a print line. FMT error F. So error F is just, what does it do? Does it print the error as well? And what's the difference between log, error F, and yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, man. What I'm trying to say is like, usually in the logging library, you have different levels, right? You have normal logging, which is just like a print statement. And then you have something like a debug log, which doesn't show up unless you've got debugging enabled. And then you've got like errors, and you get me. Does Go have that out of the box, or is there like a library I have to kind of pull? FMT fail. Oh, okay, cool. I'll just do that, yeah. FMT dot. I think there's a library, yeah. I mean, eventually it would be nice to have like a proper logging mechanism here, not just like a print line essentially with some red color, which is probably what FMT error does, to be honest. But yeah. What I could do is as well, like I could return the error here. Yeah, let's return the error, I guess, as well, right? Wait, does it need this? I think it does. Return. Well, let's keep that as it was. And then we just pass on the delegate the error later on. So yes, it's best practice to delegate. Oh yeah, indeed, error. And then we can print it up there somewhere. At this point, we know that rows kind of exist, right? So rows, columns. Wait, how do we get a column now from this row? Can I kind of iterate over the rows? Does that work? So if I do for whatever, like post in or post, does that work? Maybe not. So Golang MySQL iterate over rows. For post, okay, cool. So for no, I'm still confused. Sorry. Why is every website today just like suspicious? For rows.next, okay. If you're trying to range, yeah, I'm trying to range over all of them. So like I'm just trying to range over all of them and then turn each row into a post struct here, so I can then pass into the template, if it makes sense. I think that would, yeah. But this syntax I send, like underscore comma post, like what? Does that even work? That's not a thing in Go, is it? No. What type is rows? Yeah, rows is a DB type, so it's whatever this is, I guess. Which here it is. It's like a SQL type from the SQL driver. From what I can see here, the way to do it is using the next iterator. It's like an iterator kind of thing. And I can kind of scan. Yeah, this looks neat. This looks very neat. Yeah, so it's not a slice. No, yeah, it's not a slice, dude. It's like a database thing from the looks of it. Marshal the value to JSON. No, I don't want to marshal it to JSON. I just want to scan it into. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do for rows.next. and then we can scan it, right? So if so we've got my post here. Let's post. So post, and we've got the title. What did we get? We got the title, and then we've got post dot content, right? And if there is an error, we just return it, right? Return the error. It's already been defined, so I don't have to define it again. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I see. So if error is equals to this, and then we've got error is a nil. Okay, yeah, that should be a little bit better, right? So if it does pause it, fine. What we can do is we can kind of, wait, can I get the number of rows returned here? Does that work? So scan copies the columns in the current row into, okay. So basically what I want to do is I want to like create my return value here. So all posts, and we can kind of make this and the size here, I mean, do we have to pass in the size? How do I append to a slice in Go, right? Is it just the append function? Yeah, append S0, okay, cool. So basically I create it here and then I kind of do all posts equals. And let me know if this is not good practice, by the way, because I have no idea if appending to slice is good practice, but we get there. So we've got the append, all posts, and then we're gonna append the current post, right? Does that work? Fine as far as I know. Cool, thank you. Append to slice is good. What I mean is, like, is it efficient? I mean, I guess we won't find out. But it might be something when you're serving the same page to like 10,000 people in an hour or in a minute. I'm sure people like Google have to worry about it. It expects 2 or 3 arguments. What? Okay, let's make a 0 there then. And then we can append to it. And then at the very end, we can return all posts and then nil, right? When things succeed. And this is basically how we get the posts here. Which is good, because now I can come into my main function and I can say, I want to kind of, from the DB, I want to get the posts, right? And I have all the posts, so the posts here, or error. It's good and efficient, but you got to understand how slices work. A bit fiddly, yeah. I mean, I understand the underlying thing. That's like, it's a view into an array, isn't it? So ideally, you're not necessarily modifying the array, the underlying array itself. That's why it's useful knowing languages like C and C++, because you automatically kind of know how it's implemented, and you have a good mental model of these things. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how efficient it is in Golang. I've never actually looked at the implementation of it. So post is not easy. Like let's use here. So if error is not nil, what are we going to say? Yeah, I kind of want to ignore the error here, to be honest. Like, yeah, I'm going to ignore the error just for the sake of seeing what comes back from the database. But then we can do... Then we can pass in the stuff to here, right? So post and posts, okay. So we can do something like posts. Gotta run, but I'll tune in tomorrow. I'll make sure to help you tomorrow. Thank you, man. Yeah, I do massively appreciate the help. It definitely speeds up programming. But yeah, have a good night, dude, and I hope you have a nice rest and a good day of work tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, I'll see you, man. Bye bye. I'm gonna, as soon as I get this done as well, I'm gonna come off. So what do we have here? We have the title and the content, right? Yeah. Now, is this going to work? I mean, I'm wondering now, because ideally it should work now, right? So let's take a look. Let's run this and see. It compiles in the first place, and if it works first time, I will be very impressed. No, it doesn't work the first time. Of course, it doesn't work the first time. Pause undefined. All right. So you see there's nothing there's no error at all. Maybe the error did return something on the main page. The make home handler. Right, yeah, let's not ignore the error and let's actually just print it out if something happens. Error F cannot be used. Why? Okay. The result of error F cannot be used. Well, I mean, interesting. Let's just run this anyway. Does it work? And does it come into here? So if we do this, yeah, it does. What is the error? Access denied for user root at localhost. That's why, because it doesn't create the connection properly. Interesting. That's interesting though, because it was working before. Root at localhost. Where is that connection string that we've got? So user at TCP localhost. That's interesting. Why does it do that? Is it because I have no password? And that's the issue, I guess, right? Let's try this one. I have so many tabs open, it's crazy. No, it still doesn't work. What's the issue? Yeah, access denied for user at localhost. Interesting. Why can I not log into my database? Yeah, let's try this one. Maybe this will help us. And let's also add a little password here, right? And in the main, where we get the settings, we can kind of put a password in here too. Okay. So we got a password here. Of course, we actually need to change the app settings. So we also have the database password as a string. And then when we have this, we do this here and put in the settings, database password. Okay. Is this going to make it better now? That's my question. Maybe it needs a password there for it to, you know, do something, I guess. Nah, it's still not working. Why? Operand should contain one column. Operand should contain one column. Wait, what? What's this? Operand should contain one column. Let's see. I've absolutely no idea what this means. Okay, so operand should contain select IDs. Okay, so basically my string's malformed. So okay, let's see if that works now. We're getting there, slowly, but we're getting there. I mean, it's another error. What is it? Scan error on column 0 name. Title destination, not a pointer. Okay, so it has to be a pointer, I guess. That's fine. Jesus Christ. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, right. Okay, so there is title is an unexported field of struct type main.post. I have no idea what this means. Execute an index at post title. Title is an unexpected field of a struct type main post. Okay, well, it gotta be capital. Ah, okay, yeah, you're right, yeah. Thank you, Griffin. May, you've been very helpful today, man. I do appreciate it. So title and content, yeah, right. Oh, that's one of those errors in Go that if you don't understand that your structures and your functions and your types have to be capital to be exported, you're going to be stuck on it for a while. Yeah, we've all been there, dude. I just forget a lot of shit, but it does annoy me when like you're trying to marshal something to JSON or something like that, and then you get this annoying error and you don't know where your code is wrong, and it turns out it's just like you haven't exported the structure or the type, the variable inside the structure. It's just really annoying. But yeah. So does that work now? So type posts. Wait, does this work? Okay, so it seems to not complain about the template now. Yeah, there you go. We've managed to do it. So if I add a new one, so we should see a new post now. What the fuck? Oh no, what have I done? Access denied for root user using password now. Oh gosh, I think I've changed something in the DB, but not properly, because like it was passwordless and now I've got a password, so it doesn't, yeah, I might say. Okay, cool, yeah, not to worry. So you use a root and it's -p, oh, password root. What is the issue now, dude? Dude, what the hell? I just want to see what's inside the DB and add a new post. MySQL. Oh, access denied for use. Okay. What's the option for password? MySQL. Help. Is there a man page for it? Please tell me there is. There, finally. Right, what are the options that I can have? So auto refresh. Is it dash? Is dash capital P or something? Pretty sure, right? It's capital P. But I'm not entirely sure now. Force host, ignore case. No, it's just dash P. Nice. So we've got dash U root and dash P root. Oh. There you go. Okay, so now we can use our Go CMS. And then we can also insert into, or just, I guess, yeah, insert into posts values, and we've got the title, and then we've got the content. Okay, cool. So we've added a new post, and then we should obviously be able to see it here now as well. And there we go. So yeah, I mean, I guess this is it for the stream today. I'm actually quite tired now. It's been a it's been some time. It would be nice if tomorrow we can like expand this and like only show the first like 5 posts or something, and then have a pagination here, which you can do quite easily with SQL. I've actually done that before. One of the things I have done before with SQL. And also have an excerpt. So like not show the entire post, but have an excerpt to the post, and then have like a read more, a link where when you click on the read more, it will actually change, like send you to the post link, and then that will load the entire post instead of just the excerpt, right? That's kind of what WordPress does. But yeah, thank you, Griffin. I'm not sure if there's anyone watching apart from you, but yeah, it's been awesome chatting to you, dude. And I'm gonna call it a night now, and I hope you get a good rest as well. And maybe we'll see each other tomorrow or the day after. Who knows? Who knows when I'm streaming next? But yeah, see you, dude, and thank you guys. Bye bye. Cheers, man. Now let's end the OBS. Bye bye. Finally.